Disney has certainly seen mixed results over the past several years by attempting to bring some of their beloved animated movies into live action with an adaptation in theaters. We know what happened with Snow White and The Little Mermaid, but of course we also see the box office results for Lilo and Stitch, even though there still is a fair amount of people complaining about things that they changed specifically about the ending. However, Universal and DreamWorks is set to attempt the same thing. They're hoping for good results with How to Train Your Dragon. Now, personally, I think the How to Train Your Dragon movies, especially the first two movies in the trilogy, the animated trilogy, are fantastic movies with great heart and an incredible story. And one of the positive things we've heard about this movie in recent weeks as reviews started to come out after CinemaCon and just before the release is that, hey, you know what? They just tried to do the animated movie and bring it to live action. They didn't try to change a bunch of things. They didn't try to insert this or insert that or change this because they needed to mix it up. No, they basically wanted to keep the story and the movie almost exactly the way it was. And even the people that have been negative about it and the people that have been positive about the movie are saying effectively the same thing. Some people say, you know, it's way too over-reverent to the source material. It didn't do anything different from the original movie. And the positive reviews say, I love this because it's exactly like the animated version come to life. However, there is one thing that you can do to derail some of that positivity, and it's from one of the actors who is one of the only thing that's different about the live action adaptation, and that is Nico Parker, who plays Astrid. Now, Astrid in the movie, the romantic interest for Hiccup, obviously blonde and has blue eyes. Nico Parker is not blonde, does not have blue eyes, and she decided just a few days before the movie comes out to speak out, and I cannot tell you what bad timing this is. How to Train Your Dragon, Nico Parker fires back at Astrid fan backlash. And there was a significant amount of conversation about this casting. Now, Nico Parker is mixed race. I believe her mom is half black, I think, so she's a quarter black. But however, if they had made her blonde, I don't think there's too many people that would be saying much about this. She's very, very light-skinned, obviously. If they had her wear a blonde wig to look like the character she's supposed to represent, I don't think there'd be very much conversation about this at all. Nonetheless, this is where we are. How to Train Your Dragon star Nico Parker says, I just don't care that people are upset over her casting. I can't value your opinion on my hair. Now, I wouldn't put this in the same category as a Rachel Zegler level PR nightmare or anything like that, and I probably do think the movie, if all the reviews are right in saying it's basically just a recreation of the animated movie, I think it's going to do very well at the box office. But this is the wrong thing to say just a few days before its release. In a recent interview with the Times of London, Parker addressed the online backlash surrounding her casting as the young dragon butt kicker Astrid. Some fans were upset Parker doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes like the character in the original animated How to Train Your Dragon. However, the 20-year-old British actress explained she doesn't let these comments get to her head. There's some people that really love the animated movies and really want to see an exact play-by-play of that film, and I hope you can watch the new version and find something that you love about it regardless. But for the people that just hate inclusivity, hate change when it comes to that side of things, I just don't care. If I wouldn't value your opinion on most things in life, I can't value your opinion on my hair. If I did, I would go mad. There are much better ways to say this. There are things you could say like, hey, you know what? I understand people love the animated movie and we did our best to keep to the spirit of this movie and tell the story of this movie. And we think fans are going to love it. And, you know, I understand that people are upset and that people love this character, but hopefully you'll give this a chance because we think we did a great job. That's what you need to say. But instead, people are, you know, I don't think the comparison to what Rachel Zegler did, a year-and-a-half-long PR disaster tour, would be equivalent to what Nico Parker is saying here. But it is rather bad timing for a movie that seems to have a lot of positive momentum. The reality is, especially for a movie that is being said by everyone, both the people that didn't like this live action, the critics that saw it, and the people that really, really liked the live action that saw it, the same thing is being said, that they took a lot of care to basically put the the animated version to live action. They didn't try to twist things around. They didn't try to modernize it. They tried to keep the same message, the same beats, the same storytelling, all of that stuff. So it does stand out when a character like Astrid looks different than they look in the animated version. So fans are absolutely right to notice that. The reason you're doing this is because people love the animated version, and when something on screen doesn't look the same way, people are going to talk about that. And there are much better ways to answer this question than what Nico Parker just did, because she just gave a lot of people some ammunition, and a lot of people who may have been excited for it are now suddenly wondering, oh, wow, is this really what they're going to say for this? I know what Astrid looks like. I know why they chose her to play Astrid. Yeah, fuck this. I'm not going to see it. I still maintain I think the movie's going to be fairly successful as long as everything we're hearing about it is accurate, that it is truly just a recreation of the original. That's what I think they should be doing for these. Don't change the story up. The reason people are interested in it in the first place is because they love that story. That's how we've seen Disney go so wrong with so many of these. They decide to change what people loved about the movie. But these comments, I don't think they're going to help anybody. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.